Hello everyone, this is Shahul, founder CEO of the app MemoNeet. So I am going to talk about the topic: Are NCERT books enough for the NEET exam? Right, a lot of fresh students when they start, they have this question whether they have to cover the whole NCERT or do they have to refer any books or any other question banks outside of NCERT. And also, on one side you have NCERT physics, chemistry, biology, these books, and also on the other side you have test series, question banks, and other coaching institutes materials. But when you study, like after studying and learning the NCERT book, do you spend more time in practicing and revising the question that are given in the coaching center materials or other question banks, or you spend more time in the NCERT book itself? Right, the questions are that yourself, like read from the NCERT. So accurately, like around 40 to 60 percentage of the students do practicing from other materials rather than NCERT. So that's a problem that most of them do, and that's a mistake that most of them do. But this happens because all of them have the question, oh, is NCERT enough for the NEET exam? It's still unclear, right? Okay, so NEET is just a synonym of NCERT. So you have to understand synonym in the sense like another meaning of NCERT. So every year it is estimated that NCERT covers about 85 to 88 questions of NEET biology. Like just imagine the total number of compulsory questions that you need to attempt for 360 marks is around 90, and you see that NCERT covers about 85 to 88, which is 97 to 98 percentage. So similarly, like if you take NEET chemistry and NEET physics as well, more than a considerable part directly from come from the basic concept of NCERT, and the remaining part are indirect, but even they are again from NCERT. So there, it's very obvious that NEET exam covers a lot of questions directly and indirectly from NCERT. So the NCERT books, just imagine them as building blocks or roots, right? So they cover the basic concepts. There you go. Retain those information first and retain the topics in NCERT first, so that it is no longer tough for you. Like any passage or any paragraph or any chapter in NCERT should not be a tougher thing for you before you move to other books. So every data available in NCERT lines is a matter of importance because NCERT is beautifully written from basic to elevated. So whenever you study, you see that it is written from basic to the advanced level. So stick to it religiously and believe it. Get devoted to it, make notes, and create questions, like, and memorize every line as a form of specific keyword. Okay, so subject wise, if you see NCERT biology, like if you go and see the interviews of top rankers, the only highlight they'll show is NCERT books, because NCERT is the bible of NEET biology. It is possible to cover 320 plus from NCERT if you're thorough in it, because NCERT books are the foundation of NEET exam. If you refer to previous year question papers, right, approximately 40 plus questions are framed from direct statements of NCERT lines, right? If like direct statements, just they will just remove a word and add a blank to it. So if you aim to score 360 marks in NEET biology, remember that NCERT alone is not enough. Maybe sometimes 6 to 8 questions are relevant to NCERT topics but are not exactly given as a direct line in NCERT. In such case, the reference books come into picture. Also remember that in this, a bit banks to have vast details, some have irrelevant detail, so remembering them for a longer time is unexceptional. So if you're done with completing NCERT learning and practicing, you can go for advanced study of topics in a bit more detail. So tips for quickly studying and revising NEET biology. So make a note and ensure that these notes and topics cover every point of NCERT, either summarizing in forms of tables, diagrams, mind maps, and charts. So like I will definitely make a separate video. So please subscribe to the channel about making diagrams, charts, and mind maps. And then churn in the sense like chew, keep chewing the information, revise it often. Revision is the only difference between toppers and rest of the aspirants, because toppers do a lot of revision. So don't stick to topics for a long time. If something's unclear, research it or consult your teacher. Like don't keep repeating, studying again and again the topics that you don't understand and spend and waste a lot of time in them. And the fourth thing would be practice mock tests, test series, and MCQs related to the particular topics after you memorize the topic. So do smart work instead of hard work. maybe creating mind maps, mnemonics, or breaking down the topics into three parts: how it starts, what it does. Suppose you take a mechanism, like how the mechanism starts and how why the mechanism happens and how the mechanism ends. So you have to have like learn from everywhere, like don't follow anything blindly, but learn from your students, your friends, your coaching center mates, right? And then if you look about NCERT chemistry, so NEET chemistry covers around 38 to 42 questions directly or indirectly from NCERT. Two to four questions are expected to be out of NCERT. The repeated ignorance of chemistry is often experienced because sometimes people know that biology is important, and people panic about physics because it's always tough. But most of them, like they ignore chemistry. They are very ignorant about chemistry. So as much as the time you spend with biology and physics, also spend a lot of time with chemistry, right? And you will never know, like getting low marks in chemistry might also affect your score, and that will affect your rank, because every year the competition increases, it's not decreasing. So if you're still figuring out how to study and where to start, remember that time is running out. Like you can't keep thinking like how to study, where to start, which book to prefer. Okay, physical chemistry and inorganic chemistry are much based on conceptual or theoretical, and can be easily learned using NCRT. Practicing the solution in NCRT itself is most of the time enough, and practice the book back exercises. And coming to organic chemistry, it requires more attention to details, concepts, right? And you can also expect around 12 to 18 questions from organic chemistry. So you have to read, like you can't just depend on like learning the NCRT or memorizing the lines. For organic chemistry, you have to understand the equation, because you need to remember it on the D-Day. So it's the understanding is very important. And also get to the reference book and practice a lot, right? If you are unaware of basic concepts that are absent in NCRT, you should research and learn them, because sometimes when you study organic chemistry, you cannot understand it completely in NCRT itself. So how can you make the topic crystal clear? Is you have to refer some other books, or you have to ask your teacher, you have to see some lectures and then get confident on it, and then uh, go to studying. Then NCRT physics. So physics can be a tougher subject than the other three, but it plays a major role in deciding the rank. There is no accurate estimation of how many questions can directly come from NEET physics, NCRT physics for NEET. But it is obvious that around 20 to 30% are asked from NCRT directly. So for NEET physics, make notes on the topics when you study them, and don't just by hard equations, but focus on the application. Like I should apply this equation on which type of problem, right? After studying NCRT, practice more questions from references, right? Let's see, Burma. There are a lot of books, and I will also link the. I've also made a video on best books to read for NEET 2022. So I will paste the link somewhere in the top here, so you can see that. And after all these, the question is unclear: are NCRT books enough for NEET exams? So the conclusion is: for biology, they are more than enough. For chemistry, they are enough, and for physics, they are pretty less enough. So this is the conclusion. And thank you for watching the video. Like if you like the video, please like, comment, and share the video with your friends as well. And wait for our next video. Thank you. You guys have a great day.